And I'll be in the house doing my homework and working.
CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
CMPRadio.net, man. It's your boy Uncle P, and I am at the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pennsylvania, and I'm here to interview the executive director. Yeah, they have a new executive director. His name is Derrick T. Billups Sr., man. How you feeling, sir?
I'm good, Uncle P. How are you?
I'm blessed,
Good,
man.
good.
It's a great day in here. I'm in here looking at the wall, man, all the sponsors. So shout out to all of your sponsors. If I could name them all, I would. They're persons, they're businesses, right? And they care about what's going on here at the Boys and Girls Club. They want to make sure everything continues to go as follows. So, welcome to Chester, and congratulations on your appointment as the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club
Thank
of
you.
Chester.
Thank you.
Now that position was once held by Mrs. Janet Riley Ford, and she did an awesome job, man.
Absolutely.
Right. I
Absolutely.
think she was able to get all these names up here, her and her staff, right? And you're taking over for her, right? And I'm not trying to put her above you, but coming into that space, like, how do you feel about that?
I feel awesome. I feel awesome, Uncle P. The reality of the matter, everything is evolving, okay? And again, Janet did what she had to do, and as everyone, even me, at some point in time, I will leave here, okay? And as she decided to move on, we talked about this, and it's a great opportunity for me to continue to allow the kids to imagine and dream, and that's what it's all about for me. That's what it was for her, and so all we're going to do is continue her vision, continue to move forward, add some new things, continue those good things she was doing, her and her staff, and now my staff, and we're just going to continue to move forward. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what we can do for these kids and the community of Chester.
Absolutely. So give me a quick bio run of who you are.
I'm just the average brother, that's all. Derrick Billups from North Philadelphia, born and raised in Philadelphia, obviously. Went to high school, Strawberry Mansion in Philadelphia. Was a teacher for about 10 years, financial advisor for another 25, almost 30 years.
Wow.
I've been involved, worked with kids all my life. When I was 15, I worked the direct department in Philadelphia. Obviously, as I said, I was a teacher, worked with kids with special needs, taught kids with special needs. Even when I was a financial advisor, did a lot of work, a lot of conferences with youth, a lot of workshops with youth, going back into the schools, middle schools, high schools, just working, teaching them about budgeting and financial planning. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working and been around kids all my life. And so I'm a husband, have 3 adult children,
Right.
and so 1 grandson. So I'm excited.
Right.
Life is good. And again, I'm here at the Boys and Girls Club of Chester helping these youth. So I'm ready to move.
Right. When you list your skills, what would you list as some of your skills?
I'm a motivator,
Okay.
I'm a communicator,
Okay.
and I'm a listener.
Right.
And I think those three things describe me. And you know, and motivating. And, you know, when you're working with kids, as I said, I was a teacher with special needs. When you're motivating, when you're working with kids like that, you have to motivate them. You have to help them find a way to figure out what they need to do and how they can do it, because it's a little difficult for them. And as you're motivating them, you have to communicate.
Absolutely.
And so, as a financial advisor, part of my skill was to communicate with families, to help them to understand why they needed to get life insurance or retirement planning. And more importantly, with the kids and the adults, as an educator and as a financial advisor, I had to listen. And that's probably the number one skill, listening to people. You know, listen to your wife, listen to your children, listen to everybody. You know, you have to listen. And listen to these kids here and my staff here at the Boys and Girls Club of Chester. So I would say those three: motivating, communicating, and then listening. And those are three of my top skills.
And I give you a huge shout out for putting listening as one of your top skills, because we overlook that skill a lot. A lot of people don't listen enough. Right? How can I know something's wrong if I'm not listening to you? Right? How can I help you if I don't listen to you and understand what your problem is? So definitely kudos to you for that. How has it been acclimating yourself to the new environment? You coming from North Philly where it's cold at, right? Down here to Chester where it's a little hot, right? You're dealing with different people and immersing yourself into this community. How has that been?
I'm going to be honest with you, Uncle P. It's been awesome.
Right.
The staff has been awesome. The people that I've met in Chester have been awesome. Some of the donors, the alumni from the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, people have stopped by. I happen to be a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. A lot of my frat brothers, they've been supporting me. I mean, it's just been awesome, to be honest with you. I'm not saying there hasn't been some challenges, but the challenge comes from just a new environment. For me, new for the staff members, and so it's been that. But the reality, the support has been awesome. I mean, the support from the staff, again, as I mentioned, and then just the people of Chester have been awesome. And so, I just like what's going on, and I'm glad that I came here. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm just excited about what's going to be happening in the future. Oh
man, brothers are Q, man. That's awesome. I always said if it was any frat I would definitely join, I would be a Q. I don't know why. But I correspond with that, right? So how do you feel this community, right, can help itself? Being an outsider, as one would say, right? For you to be here now, how do you think the community can help itself?
Well, I don't think Chester is unique to anything, any community, all communities. I don't care, black communities, African American communities, white communities, all communities. What strengthens a community is unity. It's coming together, working together, supporting one another. So I don't think Chester, like any community, as long as we come together, work together, support one another, then we can be as strong as any community in any city, in any state, in any country. So it's, for me, that's what we need to do. As long as we continue to do that, we'll strengthen ourselves as a community. And I say we, because I'm here. I'm here every day. I'm working with the kids and the youth and the community of Chester. So even though I'm not born and raised here in Chester, I'm working with the kids of Chester. So I feel as though I am a part of Chester.
Absolutely.
Because when you drop your kids off here, whether it be after school, whether it be summer camp, it's our responsibility to make sure they have a good time and to make sure that they're safe. So anytime you're dealing with youth and you want to make sure they're safe and have a good time, then I feel as though I'm a part of this community. So that's where I'm at.
Yes. It was an old saying I used to hear: you don't have to get along to get along. Right? For things to move, we don't have to like each other, but we have to understand and have respect for each other and say, yeah, let me go help him. Right? And I ain't got to necessarily be here all the time, but I do appreciate that. How do you? What is the foundation for financial fitness?
Well, the Foundation for Financial Fitness was an organization I started.
Okay.
And it's a nonprofit, and it was designed, and it is designed to support communities, individuals, families, because I know too, and like myself in school, I didn't learn a lot about finance, and so fitness being like, we always want to have our mental fitness, our physical fitness, and so people need to have financial fitness.
Absolutely.
And so part of it was just to be real simple, real simplistic, making sure people understand budgets, how to handle checking accounts, savings account, understand they need to have retirement planning, life insurance, just the simple things that some people see as just natural.
Right.
But a lot of times in our community, they don't see that.
No, they don't.
And so it was all about that, starting a nonprofit organization to go into communities, whether it be churches, schools, hospitals. I've been all over
Right.
in the tri-state area, just helping people, and again, youth as well, helping people to understand just the simple things of financial, not the whole, getting involved in hardcore stuff, but just the simple areas. Again, like I said, retirement planning, life insurance, budgeting, checking accounts, how to manage all of those things and stay away from the stocks and bonds at this particular time until you understand just the basic parts.
That's awesome. So how do you feel that there can translate to our children in our community?
Just like I said, Uncle
Right.
P, when I was in school, it wasn't taught.
Right.
And I know it's still not
being
taught.
taught. Right,
Okay,
right.
the way it should be.
Absolutely.
And so someone with my kind of experience, and I've talked to my staff about this, so we're going to incorporate that. And not just with me, I'm going to bring in other professionals that have skill set that can help these kids and help the community to understand how valuable and how important financial literacy is. And financial literacy is the beginning of it. And so no matter how much you make, no matter what kind of profession you're in, what your salary is, you still need to be financially literate.
Right.
And I don't care where you are. And that's what we want to make sure and that's what we're going to do here at the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to support our kids and our families to make sure that if they need that kind of help, they need that kind of understanding, that kind of support, we're going to be one of the organizations that's going to help them. We can't do everything,
Right.
but we're going to be one of the organizations that can help.
Awesome. So with financial fitness, college funding, is that a part of financial fitness, you feel?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Everybody that wants to go to school,
Right.
things are changing. As I said earlier, things evolve, and there's different ways to get in school now. But everyone that wants to go to school
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm a firm believer. My kids went to school, but I'm a firm believer that you don't need to go to college
Right.
in order to be successful.
Right.
You need to have a skill set
Absolutely.
to be successful, and that's a big difference.
Right.
You need to have a skill set in this country to be successful, and whether that's a trade, whether that's a degree,
Right.
no matter what it is, you need to have a skill set. And so if you want to go to college, then the reality of the matter is you need to understand how to get it, the FAFSA form, bringing your parents together, understanding where you want to go,
Right.
what the school is, how much it costs to travel there. Do you want to be away from your family?
Right.
There's a lot of variables that go into understanding when I want to go to school and I want to go to college, well, how do I choose that college? And so that's what we do also with the Foundation for Financial Fitness.
And I was going to ask you, name 3 things parents would need to know about funding college, but you can go ahead and give me those things again.
Well,
Right.
I mean, when you say funding college, I mean, where?
Right.
One place, where they're going to go, okay?
Right.
I mean, how far? I mean,
Right.
sometimes it's difficult. You know,
It is.
parents can't help them get to, if they live here in Chester and they want to
Right.
go to Miami, we can go to the University of Miami, that means they got to fly there. I mean, they can drive there, but it's going
Right.
to be a long drive,
Yeah.
but it still costs even to drive.
Yeah.
It still costs to drive, okay? Your major. What major? Well, you want to go to a school where you know that the major is there,
Right.
okay? And then finally for me, and it's more than just 3, but finally a place where you go that you think you're going to like.
Right.
Okay, so I mean, and then in order to know that, you probably have to visit that
Visit,
school.
absolutely.
Okay, so you go to a school, you visit. I like the campus.
Right.
I like what's happening there. Maybe it's about sports. You know, maybe you don't have to play sports,
Right.
but you understand that they have a robust athletic department.
Right.
And if they have a robust athletic department, okay, you want to be involved in that, even no more than just being entertained.
Right.
Okay, we want to make sure that it's the major that they have the major that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even though a lot of us kids go there with one major in mind
Right,
and get there
and
the
get
next
there
year
and
they
switch
change.
up, right.
Okay, but that's all right. And then of course, where is it located? Is it too far? You know, how do we get there? Do we want to? So those are just 3 things I can think of right off the
Right,
top of my head.
right.
That how does that help you in terms of picking and choosing a college?
And that's essential, right? I went to college. I didn't even visit the college, right? They called me down. I went to Keystone Junior College. That's Keystone College now.
Right.
But my daughter, she graduated this year, and she wanted to go to Clark Atlanta.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I understand the HBCU situation. I see that.
Yeah, see that, right.
Right, but let's try to stay a little bit closer. With COVID and everything, I don't think I want you down in Atlanta. I can't see you. I can't just pop up on you. So she picked Lincoln, right, LU, and I can pop up on her, right? And I told her every 2 weeks I come and see you, right, and we'll keep it moving like that. How are you different from other college funding consultants?
Well, I'm not saying that different is a strong word.
Right.
I just believe I'm there to help, and I
Right.
know at the end of the day, that's all I'm about.
Right.
That's all I've ever been about.
Right.
Like I said, since I was 15, working with kids, became a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
financial advisor. It was all about helping people. So if you want to use the word different, you can use that word. But for me, it's all about helping and supporting people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm about. And that's what I've always been about. So maybe that makes me different. I'm not saying that the other financial advisors don't, or people that want to help you, they're not about helping. And then that's just about money. I'm not saying that. I mean, I got to eat as well. But the reality of the matter, it's about serving the community and helping people. And that's what I'm about. I've always been about that.
Absolutely. So do you have any information on your website for parents to understand the college funding process?
Absolutely. If you go on my website, and if not, you can always reach out to me. I have 2 books that give you some information on that. And so there's a lot of information. You go to my website at www.f4ff.net, and that'll help you with that. And again, I'm here to support you in any way I possibly can.
Absolutely. So throughout your travels in life, you wrote a book. You found a way to write a book. So tell me a little bit about your book.
Well, again, Uncle P, the whole concept was, and the whole idea came from helping people.
Right.
And as I was doing all these workshops, book signings, well, let me go back. Before I did the book signings, let me go back. As I was doing the workshops and going in front of people and just doing a lot of stuff in front of people, and then what was happening was they were asking me, do you have any more information? How can I get in contact with you? Do you have a book? They were asking me those questions.
Right.
And what I'm thinking was, okay, well, how do I pull together information? Never wrote a book, okay? Didn't really know how to write a book.
Right.
And so, but the Holy Spirit, I'm just be honest with you, said, hey, listen, go ahead, you can do this. Write that book.
Get it done.
And so I just wrote the book. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell anyone. I just wrote the book. My wife didn't know it. I mean, I'd be at home, she'd be asleep. I'd be downstairs putting the book together.
Right.
And that's what would happen. And I knew that the reason why I did that was just to make sure I got it done.
Right.
I didn't want anything. And obviously, my wife was going to be supportive,
Right,
100% supportive.
Right.
But I wanted to do it on my own. I didn't want any questions. And so I wrote the book, published the book, and then just started. I mean, I self-published and just started. I found out how to do that. Just did it and just started get it printed. And actually, it was a lady here from Chester that helped me to understand how to get it printed properly and for a good cost and a better price.
Right.
Started doing that and just started moving with it and just started going out, having book signings, going to churches, going to schools, taking the books with me, selling them online, all that, and had some great success. And then wrote another one.
Wow.
But it was all about helping people, and it's very simple. Both of them are very simple books, and just covering things about workshops. I mean, budgeting, worksheets, all that, financial advisor, college planning, all of those things, tracking your spending. All of those things are inside that book, inside both of those books, that'll help people with their everyday financial planning, planning, so that it'll help them so that when they're ready, then they can get to some more sophisticated areas and maybe get involved in stocks and bonds and mutual funds and things of that nature. But you have to be prepared before you get to that level.
Absolutely.
You have to understand certain things before you move to that level.
Oh,
and that's what those books do.
You ever thought about doing a podcast?
I've done podcasts.
Yeah.
I think I was doing podcasts before there was really
a podcast. Right,
you know
right,
what I
right.
mean? When it was just online,
Right.
I was doing it 6-7 years ago, doing it, and so. But I should have took advantage of it when we were in the middle of the pandemic. We were home, but that's something we can talk about.
Absolutely, because I'd love to have you come through and share your knowledge with the people. Right? Do you offer a newsletter for parents or students to subscribe to?
I have one, but I haven't updated it because I've been so committed to this organization, to the Boys and Girls Club of Chester. So I haven't done that, but again, I will start to get back into it and start to make it, put it in a better word, updating it. I'll start to do that, but my focus has really been so much on the Boys and Girls Club of Chester that I haven't put as much time into that as probably I should.
And that's where we're heading to now, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pennsylvania. Now that you have the reins, let's talk about your plan on getting active in this community today and in the future.
Well, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester is the Boys and Girls Club of Chester. Plain and simple.
Right.
I know there's the east side of Chester and the west side of Chester.
Right.
This Boys and Girls Club of Chester is for every youth.
Right.
Every youth of Chester. Now, we can't house every youth. There's about 8,500 kids under the age of 18 in Chester. Now, obviously, we don't have the facility to house all of them.
Right.
But we're open to all of them.
Right.
We're available to all of them.
Right.
Our services, our programs are available to as many kids that we can house. So when you ask me the community, how I'm gonna get involved in the community, I've been out to churches.
Right.
I'll go anywhere. I've been to the schools. We partner with the Chester Upland School District. Okay, we partner with Chester Community Charter School. We partner with Drexel Newman Academy. Okay, we partner with a few churches, and so my cousin just became a pastor at one of the AME churches here in Chester.
Wow.
So we're gonna get involved in that. And so, I mean, the community, that's what this building is for.
Right.
That's what the late George Carter was about when he
Yes,
started
he
the
was.
Boys and Girls Club, when he started here, and Janet Riley Ford. I mean,
Right.
so and anyone else that came in between them.
Right.
That's what this is about. It's about community and bringing these kids here, and that's what I'm about. 100%.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. Now, what church is your cousin?
I think it's Ashbury AME
Asbury?
Church. I think it's Asbury.
Okay.
Is it Asbury?
Right. Yeah, it's
she
Asbury.
just got appointed
Okay.
the other day, and I just saw it on Facebook and just called her and just
Right.
called her and congratulated her, and I just saw it on Facebook the other
Right.
day, and I just
Right.
saw it. I was surprised.
Right.
And then she started calling me and telling me she knew I was here.
Right.
And so I think
That's
it was
awesome.
Asbury.
Asbury and Murphy are the only two AME.
AME, yeah, I think
Right.
it's I know it's Asbury. It's
Right.
not Murphy.
It's not
Asbury.
Murphy. Yeah, that's my
Her name is
grandma's
Kim
church.
Billups. Her name is
Kim Billups. All right.
Yep.
Awesome.
Kimberly Billups. Yep.
Let me find out the Billups are trying to take over
Yeah.
Chester. Nah, that's good though. That's definitely good.
Right.
Explain how the Boys and Girls Club of Chester helps the community, right? I know you kind of just hit on it, right? But you know, with the programs, and maybe that's a double question, but you can explain it for me.
Well, we help the community by opening our arms, opening
Right.
its doors, and
Right.
saying every kid is welcome.
Right.
Okay, you have kids, you're in Chester, you want your kid to come to summer school, it's open. Now, of course, we can't house every kid.
child, right.
Okay, we have an after-school program. Of course, we can't house every kid with an after-school program. But our programs, using your word, Uncle P, our programs are dope.
Right.
I mean, we're here for these kids, and that's all
Absolutely.
we're here for. I mean, we're here for nothing else. And if you talk to any of my staff, they'll tell you that's all I talk about is the kids. How do we service the kids? How do we service the community? And if we're serving the kids, we're serving the community. If we're serving the kids, we're serving the community, and that's all we're about. And I keep saying it. I'm being redundant because I want anyone that's listening and looking and seeing this to understand that's what we're about. When you come talk to me, you can't talk to me unless you're talking about kids.
Right.
How do you help the kids? You say you want to donate. You want to donate. It's about helping these kids. You want
Absolutely.
to volunteer. You want to volunteer. It's about helping these kids. You can't donate and don't want to support the kids. You can't volunteer if you don't want to support the kids. You can't work here if you don't want to help the kids.
Right.
You can't do anything here at the Boys and Girls Club unless it's about the kids. And that's what we're about here at the Boys and Girls Club of Chester. That's what my staff is about, and that's what I'm about.
Now earlier you were talking about not the Boys and Girls Club of East Chester or West Chester. You're the Boys and Girls Club of Chester. Do you think that's a part of the problem, right? That the kids from the West Side are scared to come here to the East Side, right? Or the kids from the East Side don't want to travel all the way down, right, down here by the police station, right? Do you think? What do you
Uncle
think
P,
is the problem?
I don't know,
Right.
and I don't care.
Right.
What I know and what I care about is that this building is open.
Okay.
And we're going to do everything we can. A lot of it is about transportation.
Absolutely.
Being able to get here.
Right.
Okay. I mean, we can't pick the building up and take it to the west side
Right.
so the kids can come. We can't
Right.
pick it up and take it to other parts of the east for the kids can come. We're here. So we have to get the kids here. And it's our responsibility to meet those kids where they are. And that's why we're working on another van.
Right.
That's where we're talking to organizations about getting us buses so we can pick the kids up and bring them
Bring 'em here.
Okay. And then we'll deal with all that other stuff
Right.
when we get them here. But we got to get them here first.
Right.
And that's what we're here. And to me, that's what's dope about
Right.
it. Is that we're here, we're going to bring the kids here from the west, we're going to bring the kids here from the east, because this is what it's about. That's what Mr. Carter was about, right? He wasn't about east or west, he was about bringing the kids here.
Right.
That's what Ms. Ford was about. She wasn't about east or west, she was about bringing these kids here. All these kids. Are you telling me some kids on the west don't need the services and the programs that
They
we
definitely
have here?
need it.
Or are you
Right.
telling me the kids on the east don't need it?
Definitely need
Well,
it.
then it's open.
Right.
It's
It's
wide
a
open.
basketball court in here with AC. It's not hot in here at all. So you can come down here play basketball. How much?
Well, I only turned the air on because you were
because
here.
I was here. All right, that's what's
So
up.
that's only turned because you
That's
was
what's
here.
up. That's what's up. Can you explain like membership? How much does it cost? Right? Does it cost money to be a part of the
Well,
Boys
that's a
and Girls
great
Club?
question. The
Right.
membership is $50 a year,
Right.
not a month,
Right.
not a week,
Right.
a year. So you got a kid, you want your kid to be a part of the Boys and Girls Club and come to the after-school programming. And after-school program, we have drug-free community programming. We have teen week, teen night on Fridays, every Friday, teen night. We got 21st Century, which is in partnership with the Chester Upland School District. We have photography.
Scuba
music,
diving. I saw
scuba
that. I said,
diving,
Ben, you scuba diving?
gardening. I mean,
Man.
all of these things. We take the vegetables and
Right.
fruits and vegetables from the garden and send them home with the kids. I mean, computer room. I mean, we just got 30 new computers, laptop computers from or Chromebooks from Comcast, and our partnership with Comcast and Spectra. I mean, we're here, and if you want to send your kid here homework help. I mean, I can go on and on about what
right.
we're doing here, and for $50 a year.
A year.
A year. And I'm going to
not a
emphasize
month.
that. A year, not a month. So that
Right.
averages out to be $1 a week. It's 52 weeks out
Right.
of the year.
$1
so
a
we
week.
skip the 2 weeks that you're off for Christmas and so it's $1 a week for your kid to come here. So
Wow.
just look at that. $1 a week for your kid. Now, if you don't come in the summer, so some kids don't come too old. They age out of our summer program,
Right.
which is from 6 to 14.
Right.
But we have kids from 6 to 18. So those kids that age out can't come to our summer camp. Some of them are working here, but they can come at 4 o'clock after
Right.
the camp is over,
Right.
and they come here and they hang out from 4 to 7.
Right.
Because they paid their $50,
paid their $50
per year, or they $1 a week.
Right.
Now we prefer you to pay the $50 a year. We don't want you to come and paying the
$1
$1 a
a
week.
week. Right.
We're hoping that you don't do that.
Right.
But guess what? We'll take the $1 a week.
Wow.
If that's the way, if when I just said to you earlier that we have to meet them where they are.
Where they are.
That means we have to meet the family where they are.
Right.
So I can't sit here and be hypocritical and then talk about trying to meet them where they are. And we don't, and you either meet them where they are or you don't. You don't try. Trying allows you to fail with honor.
Right.
We either meet them where they are or we don't. And that's what we're here to do. To meet the families, meet the kids where they are.
That's definitely awesome. So $50 a week for all the parents.
No,
that are
$50
out-
a month, $50 a year.
$50 a year,
Right.
and it's crazy how you say $50 and somebody say, "Oh, $50 a week." They want $50 a week, or they want $50 a month. No, it's $50 per year.
Per year.
$1 a week
Right.
minus 2, so you get 2 weeks for free, right? 2 weeks for free.
2 weeks for free, right?
Right, you got to say that, and then maybe people will come down here. But it's important to understand that the Boys and Girls Club of Chester is here to help the city of Chester, to help the youth of the city of Chester. So, if you have any questions, man, come down here, ask the questions, get the answers that you need.
Can I say something, Uncle P?
Go ahead.
We're not in competition with anyone,
No.
Uncle P. We're here to help. I said 8,500 kids younger than age 18 here in the city of Chester.
Right.
We cannot, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester cannot help and reach every one of those kids.
Right.
It takes everyone, all the programs,
Right.
all the community,
Working
everything
together.
to support and to help those kids. So
Right.
we're not competing with anyone.
Right.
We're here to support. We're just one little part of the solution here. That's all we're here to do. And so I think it's important so that everyone knows that we're here. I've talked to other people and they say, this program over here and that program over there. And I say, good, great, have them all. Have them all, because if we have them all, then we're going to reach those 8,500 kids
Right.
that are younger than 18. And that's how we all do that.
What do you feel is missing in this city?
I don't think anything's missing in this
Right,
city. I just
right.
think we need to come together more.
Right.
And then, because there's so many resources. I mean, you're from Chester. I
Right.
mean, look what you're doing with this radio program.
Absolutely.
With your whole radio station.
Right.
I'm sure there's some young men and young women would love to do what you're doing.
Right.
So we're not missing. There's lawyers, there's attorneys, there's police officers here, there's
Right.
attorneys here, there's doctors from Chester, there's athletes from Chester. There's all kinds of people that have grown up, that were born and raised in Chester,
Right.
that are successful. And all these kids need to do is see that. That's why we have a program that says, if I can see it, I can be it.
Wow.
If I can see it, I can be it. So there's nothing missing in Chester. We just need to come together, pull together, and work together, like I said earlier, and then we'll make things happen in Chester.
When you answer my question, man, I was going to ask you, how do you hope to bring that to the city? But you just brought it, right? If I can see it, I can be it.
If I can see it, I can be it.
Right.
If
Awesome.
I see Uncle P
Right.
and see what Uncle P is doing,
Mm-hmm.
and if these kids see what Uncle P is doing,
Right.
then they can be what Uncle P is.
Right.
That is very simple.
It's
now all they
very
got to do is
simple.
find out, okay, well, what did it take for you to
Right,
get here?
right.
Then there's a process.
It
You can just
is.
wake up in the morning and do it. There's a process.
I kind of did.
Yeah, you kind of did, but it still is a process.
It's still a process.
You're still a
You don't want to
process.
go through the process I
Right,
went through.
when you woke up, you
Right,
had these
right.
two lights. You
No, I
had a
didn't.
camera. You had to
Right.
go buy them. You had to
Yep.
go pick them up. You had to
Yep.
raise the money. Or you
Absolutely.
come out. Whatever. But there was a process.
Yep.
And all I'm saying is, Uncle P, that if they can see it, then they can be it.
Right.
And they see you, then they say, I like what he's doing. I want to do what he's doing. Then I can be that. And
Absolutely.
that's all it takes. Now it's not as simple as that,
Right.
but it is as simple as seeing it and then being it.
That's
okay?
dope. That's definitely dope.
Now,
do
the
you-
good stuff now. I mean,
All-
the good stuff. Uncle
all the
P.
good, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Uncle
Yeah, I
P.
tell them don't follow me through the dark parts of my life, right? Follow me through when you know I have light on me, right? When I'm moving with God, man. I've had a lot of those moments, man. How does your background prepare you, or how do you feel your background prepares you to lead the Boys and Girls Club?
Well, I'm a 61-year-old man,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and I grew up in North Philadelphia, not unlike Chester
Right.
in a lot of ways,
Right.
and maybe a heck of a lot more different in a lot of ways. But from my education public school to a public college, to teaching, to being a financial, to having my own business, still having my own business, to having a family, to struggling, to all aspects of life.
Right.
I've experienced that. And to come here and to work with kids and families that some, not all, some may have some challenges. Some may have some challenges.
Right.
Not everyone in Chester has a challenge, okay? Some may have challenges. I believe I'm in a position to discuss it with them, to talk to them, and more importantly, one of my attributes is to listen.
Right.
And then talk with my staff and let's figure out a way how we can help. And if we can't help, then we can help find the resources and someone to refer them to. So I just believe this, my everyday walk of life from a kid to now gives me some room to help as much as possible, not only help my staff, help the community, and just be a sponge for anybody that wants to talk to me and anybody that wants to pull out of me. Then I think that's where we are right now.
Absolutely. What challenges does the organization face, and how does the team work together to address those challenges?
Well, the challenge is, if it's a challenge, is always raising the funding in order to be able to provide the services and programs that we want.
Right.
And so you always have to reach out. You're reaching out to donors, asking for money, asking for donations. You're working to get grants. Again, I don't use the word try, because trying allows you to fail with honor. Either we get the grants that we need, we get the donations that we need. I ask. I'll ask Uncle P to support us.
Right.
I'll ask anyone that walks in the door, can you support us? Because again, it's all about the kids. And if you want to be about the kids, then you can support us. That support goes from $5, $1 to $5 to $1,000. It's all where you're at and how you help us. And so the challenge is to make sure that we have the funding in order to keep this building. This building hasn't been here, but the organization has been around for 90 years.
Right.
We want to make sure that the organization is around for another 90 years.
Absolutely.
Long since we're all gone. So I want some sustainability, and that's building the foundation, the funding, and everything, bringing that together so this organization can continue to move forward.
I will ask you to explain the grant process and how you go about identifying grant opportunities, but I don't really want to get into the finances of the Boys and Girls Club, right? Because I'm looking around and I'm seeing all of these sponsors, and you were telling me, right, it costs money to have your name up on this wall, and we're going to talk after this, but I definitely want to contribute the best way I can, in any way I can. So my last question is, I want you to talk to the sponsors, both people and businesses, on how they can help you see your vision through while you're here, and that's about it, man.
Well, I appreciate it, Uncle P. I mean, the reality of the matter is, again, and I said this, I'm going to be redundant again, it's all about serving the community and the youth of Chester. And if you care about the community, you care about the youth, you care about Chester, then I would admonish you to support us any way you can. You can go to our website at www.boysgirlsclubchester.com. Go on there. It gives you multiple ways to contribute. You just talked about our banner program. That banner program, you put your name up, it puts your company up or your family up, $500 a year. Again, we're always doing things per year. We're not taxing people. You put it up, you'll see it around. Maybe when you get a chance, Uncle P, you'll take a snapshot of some of the banners so that the folks can get an idea of what you're saying. And again, all we want to do is just say, hey, listen, come here, see the Boys and Girls Club, stop by, ring the bell, say, I want to see Mr. Billups, I just want to say hello, I just wanted to come here, I'm an alumni of the Boys and Girls Club, I remember when Mr. Carter was doing it, I remember when Miss Ford was doing it, just say it, hey, name drop, but come in, see what we're doing, see some of our needs, okay? This building needs to stay here. We work closely with the city of Chester, but we need to make sure this building is here. We need to make sure we take care of it. And so that's how you can help us. I don't even remember your question, but I can tell you this, that any support that you want to give us, we'll accept it. No gift is too small. No support is too small, okay? Your volunteering is worth dollars, because then maybe we don't have to, maybe it allows us to hire some more kids, but you can do some things for us. We have grandparents that come in and work with us as volunteers. So anything you can do will help the Boys and Girls Club continue to service the youth and the community of Chester.
And I appreciate that, man. I definitely do. For so long, I thought maybe the Boys and Girls Club was something that you had to be a member of, or you had to pay a crazy amount of money to be a part of it, man. But after hearing what you just said, right, and that was because I never came to ask, right, and that's bad. And I feel like the community, we need to come and ask. We need to ask the questions, and we need to listen. So however I can help out, you got me, right, and we're gonna talk after this is over. But I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to talk to the people, right? And we're gonna keep on doing this, man. We'll be around for a long time, I hope, and hopefully you'll be here as well. And we'll keep the doors open between both CMP and the Boys and Girls Club. We'll keep on supporting each other, man. So
absolutely, thank you, sir.
I want all the businesses out here to understand just how important this Boys and Girls Club of Chester is to the community, and how it can help our children, right? Not understanding what they see, but understand what they can be, right? If I can see it, I can be it, and that's great, right? That's a great saying, but we want to make that saying a motto and make it something that the children are constantly saying every day. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Mr. Billups for his time, right? Because I know he's extremely busy. Secretary's looking at me crazy, so it's time for us to get up out of here. But man, it's cmpradio.net, man, cultivating mature positivity every day. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, peace.